Good day and welcome to another slow and steady video here on the channel. My name is KT and today is Biking Sunday. Carrying on with the Route 66, we find ourselves in Santa Fe, and today we're going to head down on the historic part of the Route 66 down to Holbrook. It's 293 miles. Takes about 4 hours and 15 minutes, but of course this is the Crew 2 and this is a very condensed version of that. Down through old New Mexico, where we're going down into, zoom into the map, Monument Valley just over there, Holbrook here, and then we're also going to take a look at this legendary Meteor crater that's a mile wide. So we'll be diving into some of the history. We are on our classic Harley-Davidson Iron 883, and so sadly down to Holbrook, despite it being 293 miles, it's only 11 miles, but we'll do a bit of history talk along the way. We covered Santa Fe last time as we come in through these mountains, and this is where we're heading. And apparently this really is part of the iconic Route 66 as you head through the Arizona desert. Look at this. So there has been news on the Crew 4, and it is in development as we speak. How long that's going to take, I don't know, but what a wonderful world that we have, here to play with right now. So 11 miles, let's get to it. Let's check behind us. Can we check behind? There we go. Right, manual gears. We've spoke all about the animation before, so we don't really need to cover all that. Let's just get out on the road. Oh, crikey. We'll get out on the open road and enjoy this, this road trip. So thank you if you've been enjoying this series. I've really enjoyed it. It's something that I've never done on the Crew 2. And, I think I can kind of look back on this video series and sort of do it again, I suppose, if I want to, without filming, and just do the entire road trip in one sitting. Or you could do it with your friends. I've done it to the best of my ability. This is so Holbrook is on the Route 66, and of course not all locations are. I believe it goes into Albuquerque as well. And look at those mountains over there. Are they called mountains? Sort of red mountain structures. I imagine this was all sea at one time then, maybe. I'm not much of a historian, to be honest, but... So just 10 miles to go. Wow, look at this. Is this like a... Hold on a second. Stop the bus. I'm just going to pull over here. What's this? So unfortunately we cannot get off our bike, which I think is a real crying shame. And if they do anything with the Crew 4, then make it so we can walk around this beautiful world. So this is some sort of fort or castle maybe. I'm just going to zoom in and have a quick look. There's no identification of it. And see, in the original Crew, this really would have been a point of interest, and it would tell you some of the history about this this particular site. So I'm really hoping that they really kind of dig deep into the next game, and and bring out more detail, because it's interesting. I find it interesting. Those grasshoppers are quite loud in my my luggles. Right, let's get started. Let's just check behind us. We're good. Might actually run this view just so we can look at some of the scenery. Just 9 miles to go. But let me know in the comments, if you were to do the Route 66, what vehicle would it be? I'm very torn actually. I think it's a 1969 or 1970 Challenger, Dodge Challenger. Love to do it in, it's like really got round curves on it, and it's a really nice looking muscle car. Or I would do it on bikes, but I'd have to pass my bike license. But What bike it would be, I don't really know. Maybe, yeah, it's got to be a cruiser, isn't it? You know, sort of like some sort of laid back sort of cruiser. I mean, this really is a sort of cross between a sports bike and a cruiser. Not quite. It's a bit more cruiser up against the Bandit or something like that. But you know, I think I'd want something a bit. I don't know. You also want something comfortable, I suppose. But let me know in the comments if you are and have been enjoying the series, what car or what vehicle you would do it in. Okay, so just 8 miles to go. Looks like night time is settling in. Let's get back down on the handlebars and let's eat some of this tarmac. Not going to go crazy, doing 100 there. But no, I used to play this game back in the day. I think I mentioned when I was on the buses up in Birmingham. There's a... Oh, is that a train? That's a freight train. There was a mechanic called... well, his PSN was like Motorbike Keith or something. And me and him used to go for some rides and do a bit of racing on the crew back in the day. But as with all things, you know, sometimes you drift apart from people, and still friends with him, but don't talk to him quite as much anymore. But gaming is, it's a wonderful thing, isn't it? It reminds us and gives us memories with friends, and yeah, I do love it. So I think we will change up the bike on the next episode. We're normally doing 2 episodes per bike. So I'll have to take a look to see what we can see. I'm really interested in the Yamaha, so I might have to work towards that. But yeah, there's a few bikes to choose from, to be fair. So you know, whatever your fancy is, you should be able to find something. I would love to see just the big open road just going through the desert. Looks like we've got a bit of population. It's not, I suppose it is quite isolated here. Got a railway line just going over. Of course, this is all offline now, so you won't get any trouble from people coming to try and race you. Halfway there, just 5 miles. Don't know how long the day cycle is actually for this game, but yeah, you know, it's good news that they're going to do the Crew 4. I don't suppose they're watching this for a minute, but if they do, I really hope that they, you know, the racing is fine, it's absolutely fine, but I really hope that they perhaps think about a DLC where it takes you out of all the racing and just sort of clears the map of racing events and gives you a proper sandbox and maybe some, you know, road trips and some point of interest where you can go and explore the world. Another train there on the horizon. You do actually get the crossings, like the barriers come down, you've got to wait for the train. But yeah, it's I think they can do a lot with it. I think, you know, there's a big scope, and it's really ambitious as well to have all the well, not all of them, but most of the cities in this game, so you can go exploring, is a massive feat. Alright, the game is looking a little bit aged now. It, you know, it has been out a good few years, but for me this is way better than MotorStorm. Is it MotorStorm? Motorfest, not MotorStorm, that's a classic. So we're travelling through the night. But I reckon this could be really good fun with friends. I really do. Especially if you could stop at hotels. I don't know. Does anyone remember the PlayStation Home? The PlayStation Home where you sort of walk around and meet people. Imagine if it was that kind of world where, you know, you could have proximity chat and you could just talk to people and maybe someone would join you on your road trip. I don't know. The possibilities are pretty huge. Here's another thing. I would love to have fuel. We've got an old gas station coming up here. Look. Let's just pull up here. Hold on. Look at at this old gas station. See, wouldn't it be cool if you could just get off your bike and go for a walk, or you could stop off at a motel. I love it. The old pickup there, look, all beat up. It's just great. I love it. I really do. And it was one of the reasons why I want to keep Biking Sunday. You know, not always about the racing or MotoGP, because I'm not that brilliant at it, I'll be honest with you. But to have a game where there's a road trip on bikes would just absolutely be brilliant. So, is that another train? Yeah, it really would be amazing, and you know, that's why I want to keep the Biking Sundays. Always keep an eye out for what biking games there are, and you know, we'll have to see. But of course, Biking Sunday is not every Sunday. Trucking Tuesday is every Tuesday. Wild West Wednesday, or the horses, is every Wednesday. But the biking will sort of be peppered now and again on a Sunday. Life has been quite busy recently. We're really pushing hard on the band front. The radio is every Friday, which is really, really good fun. And I'm now working again full time, so it's sort of juggling, you know, 3 or 4 things, and then of course, you know, having a partner as well. So, but I'm so passionate about this channel. I love it. I'm enjoying some of the people that we speak to and regular members of the SAS crew, and I'm grateful for every single one of you. It's great to connect, and what a wonderful community that is. And you know, it's nice to meet people a similar age, a similar interests, because you know, you've probably had gamer friends across the years, but people do drift. And so, you know, this is an opportunity, the SAS crew, to for me to find a community, to find people that like-minded games, whether it's Red Dead, horses, motorbikes, or trucks. Hold on a second, are we here? I think we've come into Holbrook. So just to finish that conversation, I'm super grateful to each and every single one of you. And let's pull in here a second. Hold on. Yeah, look at this game. It's just killer, isn't it? I think it's amazing. If you could shut the bike off and go for a walk. So here we are in Holbrook. So we're going to do a little bit of history, and then we're going to take a bit of a ride down to the Meteor crater where we'll finish the video. So let's it was only 11 miles, wasn't it? So, oh, we're not quite in Holbrook yet. So, points of interest along the way. The route largely follows the historic Route 66. Notable stops include Albuquerque, the largest city between the two locations, and it's about an hour into your drive. Well, that didn't take us an hour. And the Petrified Forest National Park. The park entrance is just 30 miles east of Holbrook and right off the I-40, make it an easy and highly recommendable detour. So just east of Holbrook is the Petrified Forest. How interesting is that? So it did say it was about 30 miles. Maybe it's, well, I don't know. But you can clearly see like how cool it would be to have this map even more invested in. So let's dive back into Holbrook. Holbrook, Arizona is located on the historic Route 66. The town is a significant stop along the route, featuring well-preserved attractions like the Wigwam Motel and the Painted Desert Inn. Holbrook is situated along a stretch of the Route 66 that runs roughly parallel to the modern Interstate 40. It's a popular destination. It's a popular destination for travellers on the historic highway and considered a key part of the Arizona Route 66 experience, which it would be. You can only see from this map here running through the desert. I don't know if we had a really good rendition of that with the crew, but yeah, I imagine that's quite an isolated experience going through that part of the map. So just south of Holbrook, the Meteor crater in the USA is a well-preserved impact crater formed about 50,000 years ago. It is nearly 1 mile wide and 550 feet deep, created by a meteorite that struck the desert at high speed. The site of the popular tourist destination with a visitor center, observation trails, and exhibits the impact and space exploration. The crater is located about 37 miles east of Flagstaff and 18 miles west of Winslow in North Arizona. Let's go and have a look at it. Let's drive down. Let's see what we can see. Let's jump back on the bike. Okay, let's back this bike up. Look at it, even the animation there. Looking over our shoulders, we just back it up. Even the, the tread on the tyres. I just love it. Okay, we in first gear? Neutral. There we go, first gear. Right. Clear left, clear right. Just 1 mile and 48. We'll take our time as we go through Holbrook. And if you got this far into the video, a massive shout out to you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being part of the channel. I really, really appreciate it. And, oh, crikey almighty, took out the bloody... Okay, there's the Wigwams, look. So I wonder if that's the Wigwam... Look at that, the Wigwam Motel. I didn't even know that that was in the game. It's very good. It really is very good. Right, let's get back to it. Just gonna go around this car. But yeah, certainly one to watch out for the crew for, I think. I would love to go to America. Look, all these cactuses as well. It's so hacking a left here onto the dirt trail, I would imagine. So a bit of dust kicking up there from the bike. That's always good to see. I think I can even hear like the stones flicking against the underside of the bike. The tyres are getting a little bit dusty. There's a rabbit. How cool is that? The bike does sound like a bucket of bolts going over rough terrain though, but you know. Look, even the sound of those stones, the faster I go. If you go faster, there's only a couple. It's interesting. The attention to detail. We spoke about the animation for the bike and the character on the bike. I think it's brilliant. But I'm enjoying the series, but I think the next trip might be the last one. It's to Las Vegas. I think, is it to Las Vegas or LA? I'll have to have a look. But that should be next Sunday, I would think. We'll try and do them back to back. So I haven't seen this crater yet, but it's 300 yards away. Did say it was 500 feet deep. My bike is getting a bit dusty as well. That's very good, isn't it? Oh, this is it. This is it. Okay, can we go in? Wow, how cool is this? Well, here we are in the crater. Can you imagine when this hit the Earth? Goodness me. Let's pull over here. Actually, let's pull off the road. Let's say. And there we are. Let's zoom in. So, obviously, that's not a mile wide. That would be massive. If that's a mile wide, you know, it would be. That's a massive impact, isn't it? It really is. But no, I think that's it for today's video. Santa Fe down to Holbrook and then down to the Meteor crater. I think the next part, the Grand Canyon, is here. You can also go up and see the Niagara Falls in this game. And I think, where's Las Vegas? Is that Vegas? Here we go. Here's Vegas. Now, I'm not going to zoom in. We're not going to look at Vegas just yet. But I think we do go to Las Vegas. But whether we go over to LA, I'm not sure. I don't think it's San Francisco. But what a game. But that's it from me. I think I'll leave that one there. We'll go back down to the bike. Thank you once again for joining me on these biking Sundays. Take good care of yourself. And I'll see you on the next one, which is Trucking Tuesday. See you soon. Take care. Bye.